We should be all good. Should be good for tonight. Should be. Ugh, man. It is cold, though. Woo. Warm it up a bit. Hello, Jenny. Hey, Jenny, do we have, is that your order for some Valentine's flowers? Did you order some? I'm got an order in front of me, but I'm trying to cross-reference. I want to make sure I got the right Jenny on here in front of me. All right, we're going to bring this guy out. Let it cool down. Yes. Okay. Got you. Perfect. Good evening, Bea. What's happening? Diane, how are you? Dragonfly, what's going on? Good evening. Joanne, how are you? KCH, what's happening? Groves Glass Gallery, how are you? Okay. We are freezing out here. It's cold. It is really cold. Super cold. But that's okay. I'm okay with it. Oh, the happy Chibi Dragon. What's that? Oh, man, it's cold. Sorry. What's up, Cruisin'? How are you? Colleen, how are you? I'm just trying to warm up my hands for a second. Get it hot. Okay, we do have to do a couple things on here. So before we begin, I do want to make this flower out of this teal that we did that was encased over clear. So I want to try that first, and then we'll go from there. I want to get this one kind of out of the way. Let's see how we go. See what we get did. Trying to find the perfect rod again. No, this time I can just cut one. What's the number one item requested to make? I don't have a number one item, honestly. It's pretty even across the board. It's pretty even for me all the way across the board. What's up, Charlie? How are you doing? Colleen, thank you for the jewels. Yeah, it's a number one item. I don't have one. They're pretty, like I said, they're pretty even across the board. All right, this is my little witch's nail. Again, this is the little thing that cuts me all the time. I'm going to show it on the side cam just because it warrants it. So this is the one that cuts me all the time. You can see that little piece right there. That is called the witch's nail. And when you split the rods, you get those little suckers. And that is what cuts you all the time. We're going to get rid of that before it does its thing to me. Don't want that. We're going to try a quick setting real quick too. I've been messing around with the cameras a tiny bit. So we're going to do that real fast here. Where did I set that? Nope. That's not the one. Oh, there you are. That's the one I set down. So we're going to check a quick camera setting. I'm going to see how you guys, what y'all think. We're going to bring it out. So this is one setting. It's a minor adjustment right there. So setting 1 or 2. This is the original. And then this one's modified just a little bit. So original or modified. All right, let's get going. We're going to do this tealy color too. So this is the color we're going to be working with. You guys like 2? Really? I would have thought original. Yeah, I would have thought. I don't know. It's very minute. Very, very minute. The brighter one? Yeah, that's the original. All right, so this is the tealy we're going to be using. So you can see those little stripes throughout it. That is the clear in between there. So this is going to hopefully create a little bit of a natural flower pattern. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to it, but I have to literally tear into my PC. I have to rip out the graphics card, install PCIe USB bus, and yeah, it's not going to be fun. But we can do it. I'm glad I learned how to build my own PC. It just makes life so much easier. Then when we start doing the water-cooled version, it's going to be even better. Right now I have a couple water-cooled, but I have one that I really want to implement. It's going to be amazing. We're going to be building the water-cooled PC with blown glass tubing. All right, we got to seal that in. This one went a little sideways. It's fixable, but just went a little sideways. You can see it just went. So I'm gonna show a little bit in this. There's that kind of taco version. Wait till you see this when it's in its full glory here. This is gonna look good. No fuming on this one either. We're not going to fume it. It should not require it. All right, we're rocking and rolling. Oh, that did not turn out. There we go. Everything's really cold out here tonight. It's freezing. And that is the drawback of the open air studio. Everything's cold. Hi, Red Squeak. KL, good evening. How are you? Good evening, everybody. Tiffany, good evening. Okay, let's go. All right. Bring this down. This one should be kind of cinematic looking. This I'm hoping doesn't look too much like normal glass. We're going to do 3 more petals before I get into it. Before I show you, we're going to do 3 more petals, then I'll show you. Just bear with me for another 5 minutes or less. Just a couple of minutes. I promise I'll go a little bit faster on here. Okay. Whew. Bring it out. Where was my last one? Has to be right there. Good to see everyone tonight. It's good to see everyone. Kale, it's really a pleasure to see you. Always a pleasure. What's up, Creative? All right, let's bring this out. And down. Smooth everything in. All right, let's see what we're looking like. An L to the B's in the house. Man, we got the whole crew in now. Y'all are in trouble. We got the serious crew. All right, here we go. Kind of okay looking, right? Here comes the reveal part. Boom. So we got a little bit of that striation in there. And what that's doing with the clear is it's changing the colors from dark to light. So we get a little bit of a texture to the flower petal now. So we are getting a little bit texture to that flower petal. Little bit of texture. I wonder if I could create a little poll on there that happens every time someone mentions that name on YouTube. I wonder if I could create a little poll that just dings it. Might be kind of funny. All right, I'm gonna smooth all this in. And we're gonna smooth all that in, get it blended. And there we go. And we're all good. What's up, Fidel? Eric, how are you? You need to order your belated birthday. You got it. You don't need to order it. You just need to tell me what it is, Kale. I got you. It's part of your birthday thing. I made Red Squeak and Groves different stuff and everybody else different stuff. Just message me. But try and message me at thefieryguy.com or thefieryguy at Outlook. My TikTok inbox has just been flooded with messages. I literally have like 600-700 messages a day in there now. I don't know what's going on with TikTok, but it's completely inundated. What's up, Tater? And boom, we'll bring it out. So we are getting that kind of textured look to it. That's why that color looks a little bit different. Wow, I kind of have a couple petals off there. We're going to definitely have to fix that. We're going to have to fix that up. I thought this was going to be bigger, but we're going to have to keep it small. I don't have a lot of this. So we're going to do something completely different with this. This will not be on a stem. We'll make a little tabletop version. I got you, KL. I'll take care of it. Yeah, this is opaque over clear, correct. And it's stretching the color out a long way, as you can tell. That's kind of why I did it, so you guys could see how much more you can get out of a color if you extend it a little bit. You can get a lot more use out of it. And there we are. Couple more, and we'll see where we're at. And we definitely need to come over here, park it in there. That's right, I think just 2 more petals. I was going to show you right now, but we'll just get the other 2 on and call it done for this part so far. Then we'll turn it into something a little different. And one right there. Smooth everything out. And last petal, we should be good. All right, Beo, thank you so much. Thank you for the Bea, you are so awesome. Thank you for that, for the membership gifts. Appreciate you. You have no idea how much I appreciate everything, y'all. KL, thank you for the dragon crowns. Oh my God. Yeah, the dragons are amazing. And there we are. So we got that kind of turquoisey look. You can definitely see how we got a little bit of striation in the petal. It doesn't look like just straight up one color glass. So we got that part done. So next step, we're going to transfer this into the kiln. We're going to burn it off up at the top. If I can find the right glass rod for it. I need a small one. I guess, nope, that's definitely not going to work. This will work temporarily. So we're going to transfer it off, and then we're going to create a little sculpture for it. We're just flying by the seat of our pants right now. No rhyme or reason to anything. Okay, so we got to burn it off here. Smooth that out. All right, so we got the flower temporarily attached to the top. We're going to park that in the kiln. Bring it out. Let it sit. Let's make some stuff for it. We're going to do this a little bit different. Trying to see what I want to use for my color. I'm going to use you. Okay, so we're going to do this a little bit different. We're building a full sculpture now. Oh, you got some turbo amethyst. It's a great color. Turbo is exciting. All right, so we're going to grab this, attach it here. So we're building a little sculpture. Thank you for the bubblegums, KL. And thank you for the star mat. That one's beautiful, actually. Thank you, KL. Appreciate you. All right, here we go. So we're going to toss this in, and we're going to start building it up. Going to squish a lot of this together. Leslie, thank you for the jewels. All right, so we got a little disc of green on there. I am going to grab a color. I need to find it first. Yep. So we're going to use the Lucy color. I don't know why Lucy looks so different. So we're going to use the Lucy color here on it again. Lucy is a very pink UV glow in the dark. So we'll bring it out so y'all can see it. Well, how about side view? Come this way. There. So this is the Lucy color here. You can see that nice little pink hue to it under black light. Other than that, it's very, very clear. So we're going to use that for part of the sculpture. We're going to do it like we did the other one. We're going to place this on top of the green and see what we can get from it. There we are. So we're going to use that little pink Lucy color on top. Take and blend it in. I love this color. At first I didn't like it. What's up, J-Dub? What's up, Frost? Okay. So we'll be adding quite a bit on here. This is going to be the kind of structural base for the flower. And I don't know if I'm going to do a bee, hummingbird, or butterfly on it. Maybe dragonfly. I don't know which one we should do. We're going to use this entire rod up. You vote dragonfly? A dragonfly says vote dragonfly. I'm guessing that one. We're going to be building a little sculpture here. So we built the rose. I am currently building the base that it'll be adhered to. And I haven't decided on dragonfly, hummingbird, bumblebee. What else did I say? Dragonfly, bumblebee, or butterfly. I haven't decided which one yet. Dragonfly might look kind of cool on this one if I do it right. What's up, Gargamel? Well, we got a couple dragonflies up there. 3, yeah, we got dragonflies going pretty good. So we just got to finish adding a little bit more on here. And there we go. Give it a little bit of a smooshy. That's that technical term again, smooshy. Okay, let's get the other side built up with some clear, and then we will form this portion of it. I'm going to design it to fit in the acrylic base again, too. Thank you, Kale, for the dragon crowns. Again, thank you so much. Okay, little attachment. So we got to build some clear on this side of it, and then we will flatten it out and turn it into a sculpture. And here we go. And we didn't trap any air. I was kind of scared for a second. I thought we were going to trap air. But not today, Satan. You're not getting away with it. Okay, that should be enough. I think we're going to be good from here. I think we got plenty to work with. Let's see if this is cooled off. Yeah. Probably not the best way to check and see if it's cold. That's not the recommended method. Okay, so we're good. I'm going to show you where we're at so far and what will happen as a result of it. So we got this kind of little disky looking guy going. You can see that shimmer in there. A little bit of green right there. And then that is the side that has the Lucy on it. So we definitely have that pearlescence look, and we have the Lucy, and we have the green trim. So we're going to separate the other rod, and then we're going to reattach to the sides and pull it into a sculpture. Bring it over here. Tap, tap. We're doing a full-blown, like, I guess we're going to do a dragonfly sculpture. Everybody kind of voted dragonfly. So we're going to put a rose with a dragonfly on a little base. It's going to look amazing. What's up, Barbara? How are you? Just because we made this rose, I had no idea what to do with it. So we got this little 90-degree angle going. I'm going to grab it here and tap. Off it comes. So now we're left with this lollipop looking thingamajigger. Lollipop lollipop thingy. Gonna grip it here. So we got both sides attached. We're gonna heat in the middle at first, stretch this thing out. And this will be the kind of the ornate stand that the flower and the dragonfly will be attached to. So we're just going to bring it out really slow. Got to do this in like 3 stages. So we're starting to get that kind of dragon eye look to it. We're going to stretch it even further. About like that. So now we got that lollipop into this, whatever you want to call it. Okay, now we start forming the actual sculpture. So we're partially there. So we got a little bit of a coil going to it. And then we're going to put on a holding rod. Too long. You are just about right. All right, let's attach this one. Okay, now we'll do this side. And here we go. I think I'm gonna have to go maybe one step up. So this is going to fit into an acrylic base, and my worry is this rod is too thin. It's going to be too much pressure for that attachment. So we're going to up it by a little bit bigger holding rod here. And just change it up a little. Just to be safe. And you are definitely going to be perfect right here. Bring this out. I just don't like this. I'm sorry, this particular rod is not something off about it. Let's clean all this up before we go too far. And I just toss that away, actually. See if this one burns any different. Okay, that's much cleaner. Yeah, that rod wasn't melting in the right way, and I wasn't 1,000% comfortable with that. So we're gonna bring it right in. This is where all the weight, all the pressure, everything's gonna be. So you gotta make sure it is super stable. Bring it down, fuse that in really well. So all I'm doing right here is a micro weld. Just trying to give it a little bit of oomph. All right, we're super stable there. We're good. Then we'll burn it off up here. Get rid of that too. All right, so where we're at so far, sorry this is taking a lot longer. Not a bumblebee. Thank you very much. Bayo, thank you very much. Okay, there we are. You can see this sculpture that this is what it's going to be built on. Okay, we're going to add the dragonfly and the flower, but you can start to see the colors popping out right there. I don't know if it's going to show any of the pink. A little bit of the pink is coming out. You can see a little pink popping out in there. Then there's the other. All right, we're going to put this in the kiln while we build us a dragonfly. So we need to make a dragonfly. Bayo, thank you again. Not a bee, not a bumblebee. Thank you so much again for the super chats and the memberships. All right, so that part looks really cool. Now we got to go for the dragonfly. This is the rose set we did combination yesterday and today. So this is the one I wanted to show everybody before we go too far, because I got to move it off to the side. So this is the one we did. You can see the coloring. There's the orange rose. I'm going to bring it out. There we are. So that is the rose set from, this is the vase we did, and then the rose is from earlier. I just wanted to bring that out because someone had asked about it. We're going to park that guy right up there. Okay. Let us begin. So we're going to make a dragonfly right now. That one is available. Yes. That one is currently available. Okay, we're going to pop that off. Here we go. The one I'm making will be available. Yeah, nobody has done anything on the one I'm making because I had no idea I was making it. I had zero clue I was going to go making this guy. Okay, we need to cut this in half. This dragonfly is going to be made out of a custom color. We're going to do it full on custom color dragonfly. And where is my dark blue? There we are, dark blue. Bale, thank you so much for the membership. Bale, you are so freaking kind. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. I really appreciate everybody's support on this channel. I have no idea how to thank you all enough. Y'all are amazing. I just can't thank y'all. It's so amazing. Everybody, thank you. Honestly, it's like a total blessing I got to meet all of you. It really is. And that is a true statement. I'm not just saying that. There's my huckleberry. All right, so we're going to actually drill mix this too. Y'all want to see some drill mixing? We're going to drill mix. We're definitely going to drill mix it. Why does a blown glass break into slivers instead of pieces like regular glass? I don't understand. It breaks just the same as just about anything except for like a tempered glass on your windows. Like your windshields on your car, they are glass. But if you didn't know, there is a little tiny sheet of plastic or acrylic in between the two plates of glass on your windshield. If you did not know that. So when they come out to do those window repairs, that's the same type of material that is actually on the inside of your windshield. There's a little layer of like plastic or acrylic on the inside. That's why the windows don't shatter. This, on the other hand, is just straight up glass. Thank you. Thank you, Mama KD. Yeah, it's the best way to do it. Send an email and we can handle it from there. All right, here we go. We're going to start adding in more blue. Then we're going to drill mix it up. Okay. Get the sucker on the road. And just a wee bit more. All right, so we got all that done. If you all have not seen the drill mixing before, you are in for a fun treat. Park that to the side. We're going to use blue on blue for the drill. And it is a drill. So we're going to mix all this glass up. So what I did is I took a real sparkly glass and we blended it in with this blue. Now we're going to completely mix it all together and create an entirely new color. And I have to do my little TikTok thingy. Dang it. That is always not a pleasure. No, I know that I'd hit it. This TikTok CAPTCHA, man, it is like the dumbest thing on the earth. Oh, there it goes again. It's not letting me do it. Are you serious? Wow, this CAPTCHA is not taking. Finally, 6 tries. That's the most TikTok CAPTCHAs I've ever had to do. Coworker wants to order a marble with a skull in it. We can do that. All right, here we go. So now we're mixing in the blue. If you are a new glass blower and you are attempting this for the first couple times or whatever, please wear a plastic mask or something, a face shield, when you first start. Do not do this without any protection if you have not done this before. And if you're really worried about it, don't do it at all. All right, we're good. We're all mixed. We're completely mixed there. All right, let's see what we got. Let's do it. What's up, Dale? How are you? And there we got our little candy apple blue. Look at that beautiful little shimmer blue right there. Isn't that pretty? So that's what we're going to make the dragonfly body out of. It's going to be that really pretty blue. So first things first, we got to pull down the glass rod into a normal size. And then I can make it. I hope this tank doesn't run out of oxygen while I'm in the middle of this stream. That would suck. I'm on my backup tanks right now. My liquid tank blew out, ran out of gas. So I'm on my backup tanks right now, and they go pretty fast. They do not last. That's why I'm not using the enraged flame right now either. We're just kind of going mellow. All right, that should be good for that portion. Concentrator is working, yes. I was thinking about using it. You know, I just got done rebuilding the motors and everything in it. So when I put it up for sale, I wanted it completely fresh, rebuilt, everything working like no usage on it. But I may have to. Because the backup tanks, they do not last long. Okay, so now you can see the colors bouncing through. Can you see all that? Got that really lightning look going to it. See what happens when it cools off? Doesn't that look way better? I know it needs a test run. All right, so we're going to make the dragonfly body. Ooh. Got to keep it straight though. So we're going to have to pull this down. This is way too big for the entire dragonfly. That piece won't absorb that big of a dragonfly. Needs to be just about the right size. Which is going to be right about there. All right, so we got to build the tail first. The tail is the portion where I do it a little different than a lot of other people. I kind of build it as little marbles stacked on top of each other because I think dragonflies have a very unique tail. So I just kind of build these little marbles on top of each other. And that way we give it that kind of synchronized look to it. Oop, too much. Maybe. Might get away with it. Yeah, we're okay. Okay, here we go. We're going to continue. We just keep getting smaller and smaller as you start getting towards the end here. So we'll bring it back around and I'll show you where we're at. So we start doing little tiny little bobbles on there for the tail. Not much to it. Just tiny little marbles. Short. I don't want to use that. So we're going to attach it here so I can start working the rest of it. So we're going to pull the body into shape, put the head on, then we got to make the wings. So we're going to bring it down a little bit. About like that. Then we're going to put the head on. So this is the very basic of the structure. Once we get it built, we'll kind of curve the tail, give it some character. But for right now, we are just here. And we got the shimmers going through the whole thing. The color's looking good. So we're going to take that, park it in the kiln temporarily, and build the wings. Actually, this is going to look like a cool sculpture. Honestly, it's going to be pretty awesome, actually. I'm kind of happy. Okay. If I wanted to do wings, I think we need to do, this is going to be a really cool, I think we need to do shimmer wings too. Shimmery wings. So let's build that real quick. We're going to do some shimmery wings. So we got to take this dense version down, and we're going to drill mix it up, dilute it by like a lot, and it's going to give it just a little sparkle, not a lot. Just enough that it should look pretty okay. And we're going to separate that. I thought I was done with the drill, but apparently not. Not yet. And we need one more glass rod for the drill. There we go. All right, so let's mix it up. We're going to do the drill mix. So this is going to break it down into a very small section of color. We're going to dilute it way down. So this is called drill mixing. I love my DeWalt drill. The DeWalt drill has been my workhorse for I don't know how many years. I am not sponsored, nor paid, nor endorsed by DeWalt. I just think they work amazing. This thing's been around 4,000 degrees for years and never failed. That guy has been my workhorse for so many years. The marble's staring at you? Yeah, it should be. It's saying hello. That's the friendly pirate. What's the risk when you use a drill? That you don't get it hot enough and the glass snaps and flies at your face. So the glass rod snaps if it doesn't get hot enough and breaks, and it will fly right at your face. That's the risk. Not a pleasant situation. Pretty much nice DeWalt. Yeah, I love the DeWalt. It works really well for me. It's never let me down. I bought a new one like 2 years ago thinking I might need to replace it, and I still haven't. It's like, okay, well, that works. All right, so we're going to stretch this out into a normal glass rod, and we're going to start making the dragonfly wings. Now the trick to this is we got to keep this as even as possible. Yeah, this color looks really good. This is going to be perfect. So we're going to separate here. All right, we're going to park that off to the side, and we'll start making dragonfly wings. Oh, crap. All right, I'm going to have to grab one burnt piece of glass after this. We can do one. But I forgot I need to have little... No, I actually don't. I think we'll be okay. Just park this all the way up there. These should be stable. Okay, so we make a little disc like that. Bring it down. So we got to do 2 longer ones and 2 shorter ones. And we'll burn it off here. So I'll show you what the wing will kind of look like as we go through. So you can see a little bit of that shimmer to it. See how it's got that iridescence for the dragonfly wing? going to look really cool for the dragonfly. We do take requests. Right now we are pretty backed up on orders, but you can definitely get in on the queue of it. Thank you for subscribing. Appreciate it. Okay, so let's start making the rest of the wings. I think that wing looks good. We're almost done. We do have a Discord. I think the link is currently broken, though. It might be updated, but I think the link was broken. All right, so let's make some more wings. Got that there. Give it a nice flatten. Actually, I really like the way that came out. We may have to see if I can repeat that. That is a pretty nice little wing right there. Yeah, that one came out okay. Let's see if I can repeat that. Here we go. We're going to separate it again. Okay. We might be making a cosmetic design change on dragonflies. Yeah, we're right at the same size there. No, a little bit. Got to pull it out just a little bit more. There we are. Yep, that's good. All right. So far, so good. Those are looking good. We got to make 2 more. I have that one that we first did, but I'm not 1000% satisfied with it. So let's see if we can do some better versions. I've got plenty of this glass to work with, so I'm not worried about running out of glass. We're going to bring it up a little further. All right, we're good there. Let's see if we can do a longer version of what we just accomplished. If this works out, I'll be super stoked and happy. So we got a wide part right there. Let's see if we can pull it into a nice wing. Okay. I'll show you what I'm working with, because we've been kind of on the quiet side here for a moment. So I'm trying to get that wing all set. We got the nice shimmer going through it. It's kind of like got that iridescence to it. So that is what we're going to be using for the wing. And I am pretty okay with that. Nope, that snapped that off that way. That's okay. I'll fix it later. Okay, let's go finish this guy off. So we just have to finish this off now. We're going to be doing good though. Let's get this thing all set. We are looking absolutely fantastic here. Got a nice pull. Last wing. This will be the last one if it works out. Okay, we're looking good. I'll try it with a little whiter flame here. Yep. Should be okay now. Okay, we're going to start assembling. I got a wing already pulled. I can just assemble it right to the body right now. We can just go for it right off here. No reason to wait. And we're going to grab one of the smaller ones. Pop that on. Okay, we're getting there. And I think we're okay. Got to cut this wing down a little bit. It's too long. Going to match up the other side. Yeah, definitely too long. Got to cut it down for sure. Still got to cut it. There we are. All right, we got us a dragonfly. So I'm going to bring it out this way. So now we got the shimmers going. You can see all that shimmer going on. All the colors are bouncing through so far. Let's build us a sculpture. So I am going to add these little shimmer eyeballs. Normally I use black, but this is going to be a cool color for the eyeballs. So those dragonflies have those big old eyes on the side. Definitely got to add those in. are going to park it like that. Then we got to give that tail a little curve. Not a big one, just a little bit. So just a little curve. We don't want a big one to it, just a tiny little, somewhat of a movement to it so it doesn't look like it's so stiff-ended. Then we're going to add the flour. Oh, the flour came off. The punty rod, that's okay though. Can still work with it. Smooth out that top where it was attached. Now we got us a little sculpture. Now this will go into an acrylic base. We're going to bring it out. You can see all the colors kind of bouncing through it. And then we may get a little pink through it. Yeah, there's the pink running through on the black light. And there is the top view. Oh, top view. So that will go into the acrylic base. You guys actually got the view of it going in the kiln. Thank you. Yeah, that one's kind of cool, actually. Will the acrylic base look like water? I don't think so. It's just a little round acrylic base. Nothing too extravagant. Nothing too extravagant at all. All right, we're going to take all these extra little colors and mix it up into a, I don't know what kind of color. The Pedal Peddler, thank you so much. All right, we're going to mix all this up into a, I don't know what kind of color. We're going to blend it. Why do you have to put it in the kiln? So it tempers. So the last thing I added on there was the rose, and that means it was the hottest point on that piece. If I let it cool down naturally, that spot would cool last. And the rest of it would cool faster. And what that ends up doing is putting stress on the glass. It cools at a different rate, pulling at each other. And that could create some catastrophic problems. Yeah, that's definitely a unique piece. I can guarantee you that. That one is definitely cool. And I don't do a lot of dragonflies. I don't make a lot of dragonflies at all. So we're going to make a custom color right now. Let's do it. And I'm going to throw color on the floor. I got to do it the hard way. That's why you have a concrete floor. Yeah, that piece is pretty amazing. Oh, come on. Don't do it. So I really want to make the shimmer blue. I think it might make a pretty cool flower as well. I think the shimmer might actually make a really cool flower. Yeah, dragonflies are very cool. They are very fragile. So most of my glass is extremely durable. All my glass is durable, but the dragonfly, no matter who makes it, is fragile. So you got to be super careful with that piece. Got to give my shout outs out tonight. We got Dragonfly Creation and Groves Glass Gallery. Both are glass blowers doing the same thing I do. You guys should definitely give them a follow. They are doing an amazing job on their live streams. So definitely give them a follow. Check their lives out. Check their glass out. It's pretty awesome. Creative Release Gifts is in the house. And go check her out. Red Squeak, I'm hoping, is putting together a photography album. I have not looked, but definitely check out Red Squeak as well. I don't know if Kevin's book is around. Okay, let's... Did I burn up all that cobalt? Wow. We're making a cool color real quick. Because I think it might actually make a cool flower. Betty definitely has most of my dragonflies. Have I seen the glass beetle necklace from Tiffany? Nope. Oh, Kevin's live? Awesome. Well, if you guys happen to check out Kevin, go check out Kevin on his live stream. That's awesome. All right, let me grab the good old drill. I don't know how much of this we're going to be able to get done because this is a short little cobalt. It's a shorty cobalt. Okay, if you are a new glass blower, do not try this at home without some supervision, like a face shield. It could definitely be a little daunting if you do it wrong. And scary. Just got done with Northern Lights. Are they out tonight? I have to go check it out. All right, here we go. Love my DeWalt drill. Again, not sponsored, not endorsed, not paid. Just love my DeWalt drill. DeWalt drill. DeWalt drill. Say that 10 times fast. Yeah, I do like that dragonfly piece, though. I can't wait to get it done and photographed and mounted. A little bit more, and this will be as much as you could do. So back in the day, this is how you made color. You'd take a metal oxide like cobalt oxide, and you would get your clear rods, and you'd mix the cobalt oxide a little bit in, and then you'd drill mix like this. a lot of it. Then you pull it down into a whatever size rod you want. So this is back in the day how you'd have to make your own color. Except you'd have to use a corded drill back then. Didn't really have these guys readily available. Or at least strong ones. They were not super readily available. All right, let's go. Oops, I forgot to kick on my outer flame. We don't want to use this too long, though, because, like I said, I'm on a separate small tank. Won't last long a time. So once you have everything drill mixed together, you take it and you assemble two rods together like this. Get it nice and hot right at that attachment. Bring it out, let it cool a little bit. Cannot start pulling it right away. Got to give it a second. And then we start heating the core. So we are heating the core up, meaning the largest portion here. And that's why I let the end cool off a little. If the end was too hot and the core wasn't hot enough, you'd start pulling and get a little skinny part at the end. Don't want that. Believe it or not, I love making color. So this to me is part of my fun part. Anytime I get to create new colors and do cool things with it, I think it's so much fun. I think part of the science behind doing this type of glasswork is creating and inventing things that other people don't do. And there we go. We're just dripping away. See? Woo! Smiley face. I probably shouldn't have done that smiley face. That was pretty close to my face. That's probably not the best idea in the world. But that color is amazing. I'm going to pull a little bit down. The colors mix the same way paint does. Yeah, kind of. They do mix the same way, but not all colors are the same. So red and blue do not make purple. And that's the beauty of this. Red and blue don't make purple. So you have to learn what colors do what. And it's just a matter of experimenting. So I always tell new people or people that I've trained that are brand new to glass or even experienced that I've trained, take little tiny bits. So you get done at the end of the day and you have a little bit of cobalt and some green. take those two colors, mix them together, and see what happens. See what color combo you get. And play around with it a little. Okay, we got to heat it up just a little bit here because I want to pull this down just a tiny bit. I mean, back when my mother was glass blowing, I wish she had access to all the colors that we currently have today, because she would have turned out some pieces that would have rivaled anybody. Okay, we're going to separate it here. Then we just have to wait for everything to cool off. We're going to bring it out. And here we go again. Now you can see we got some really transformative shimmer. So that's regular cobalt. And then we get up here into this. And this can make some pretty amazing stuff. Even with little bits like this, you can do some pretty amazing things. If you plan it right and do it right. Yeah, you can do some pretty awesome stuff with this. Okay, I feel like my tank is definitely running out. So I'm going to see if I can change tanks in time and see if I can hop back on in just a little bit. But I definitely can tell my oxygen is running out. So we need to swap over before I start anything else, because I'll run out mid-project, and I don't like that. So let me swap things out and check back with you guys in a little bit, hopefully. Yeah, I'm hoping I'll see you in a little bit. Let me pop this down, and let me change tanks. I don't